Hey, I wanted to do a video on Trey's doing a life-saving swim course. So it's basically if he were to fall in the pool, they're trying to get him to learn how to get out of the pool or get to the side so that he doesn't drown. And it's like a crash course. There's all different types and lengths and just styles of how people do it. And some of them I looked into were like 4 or 5 weeks, so they go for like 4 days in a row for about 10 to 15 minutes a lesson. The reason that you're probably wondering, wow, that's a lot of traveling for 10 or 15 minutes. But the reason they do it is because at this age, they get exhausted so fast, and you don't want to exhaust them in the pool and, you know, counteract everything that you're practicing to do. You don't want to get them to the point that they feel like they're gonna drown without their control. They don't have the strength to do it, to get themselves out. Plus they start crying and they get upset and they're just tired, and their brain shuts down at that point. They want out so bad. So the lady that I'm going to, she actually does it in 5 days, not 4 weeks, and it's still 10 to 15 minutes, but she pretty much guarantees it that they should be able to get out of the pool. I guess you would call her the toughest one around. She doesn't just throw them in, but it's definitely, you have to be a tough mommy or daddy or whoever this caretaker is to do it, because your child is going to cry. They are going to scream, yell, have a tantrum, reach for you. They're going to try to do whatever they can do to get you to help them to get out of the pool. If they are talking age, they might use the excuse of, they might use the excuse of, I have to go potty, and they'll try that, like whatever they can figure out that will work to get you to let them out of the pool. The way that this lady, and I'm going to tell you kind of specifically what she's doing with us so far, but please don't try this at home. This lady has been doing this for 30 years. She knows CPR and she's certified and everything, and she's standing outside of the pool right over us during the whole thing, and she'll step in the pool if she needs to help. Like, I'll tell you what happened. And so please don't think that you can hear what I'm telling you and this is what we do and just think you can just try it on your own, because I do not want any children drowning from somebody taking advice from me, okay? I am not an expert or anything. I'm just a mom who's paying someone. Hold on, I have to give him his fruit. And so the first thing that we did was she had me wear a men's button-down dress shirt, buttoned all the way to the top, and the last 2 buttons undone, and then tie it like around your waist, kind of like I don't even know what to call it, but just you tie the loose end, the corner pieces of it, like in a little knot, to make it tight around you. And you're gonna wear that over your bathing suit. So when you go in the pool, your child has something like they can grab onto you, and it's really easy for them to grab onto if you think about it. If you're a female and you're wearing a bikini, or if you're a male and you're not wearing a shirt, they don't have much to grab onto. You're slippery, you're in the water. So it makes sense, you know, to wear this t-shirt in the water. And so the first thing she did was, and I'm sorry, warning, this is probably going to be a long video, but I'm also recording it for my, so that I can look back at this, and when I forget what we did and how it worked and stuff like that, so I can compare and be like, wow, look at it, this is where we started at and this is where we are now. So, so what we did was, she had me get in the pool at the steps, like at the stairs in the water, at the very bottom of it, in the shallow end. And she had him sit up in the chair on the side of the pool with her. And when she was ready, she grabbed him by his arm and she held him like this on his arm, so that, you know, she's controlling him on where this is the time that we're going to go into the pool. So she's also a behavioral therapist. So she walked him over to the pool, and she sat him on the first step in the water, and then she had me lean on my knees on the second stair. It's pretty rough, so your knees will get scratched up, but she has you kneel on it, and she had me take my right hand and put it behind his back, and then pull him like into the water back with me. And then she had us do that probably like 6 or 7 times and sing a little song. And this is the one that I always forget. I'm so bad with like children's nursery rhyme type songs, but it was something like The Prince Kissed a Frog or something like that, and then just something to like kind of distract him while you're doing it. And then, oh, you know what? I'm sorry. I totally skipped a huge step. The first thing she did was she had me stand at the bottom of the stairs and had him just hang on to me. I had to have my hands behind my back. And so he needed to learn and feel like the buoyancy of the water, and I'm not going to help him. I'm just trying to be the secure object that he feels safe around, but versus the wall, he doesn't understand to grab onto that yet. So he was loving it. He was like hanging on me. He was standing and bracing his legs against me and like kind of like jumping, all confident and everything, and moving all around me and stuff, and like kind of laughing. Like he was super excited. Like it didn't faze him that I wasn't holding him. He was just hanging on to me, and he's in the water. Like he was like, "Ooh, look at me." And then he kept giving me looks, like this daring look, like, should I do it? Shouldn't I? Should I do it? Shouldn't I? And she's like, he's gonna let go of you. I can tell. And so she's like, whatever you do, she's like, I'll tell you what to do. Don't grab him. And sure enough, after about 4 minutes of him like hanging on me and stuff like that, he let go of me about 2 feet away from me. And he's trying to like tread the water, but he's like under the water. And so she steps into the pool, because she usually is on the outside of the pool, just standing over you, unless you need help, or you need her help. And so she stepped on the first stair, and she basically pushed him underwater towards me. But she still had me keep my hands behind my back. She's like, because you got to remember, if you're not there, he needs to learn to reach and grab for something to get out. And so he grabbed onto my shirt and he pulled himself up. He spit some water out, and he kind of like fussed and cried a little, and then he got it together pretty fast. So he was okay. And then we did that exercise I told you about. Put him on the first stair, and then I go on my knees, and then I pull him back, and then I had to put him back on the first stair, and then go on my knees and with one hand pull him back towards me, like kind of like falling into the water. Do that a bunch of times. Then the other one was she had me get near, like in the shallow end, get near the edge of the pool and hold him up by the waist, like up in the air, but don't dunk him like to the point that his face will get wet in the water, but like splash him enough like that. And so she was like, choo 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 choo, and you go up and down, and then you put his left arm and his right arm like he's hanging on the side of the pool, so his chin would basically be over the side of the pool, out of the water, like over the concrete or brick or whatever it is, and his left arm and his right arm are extended completely like straight out, almost like I'll try to do it like not a 90, because she's trying to get the most surface area of his arms, holding him up out of the water. And then I had to take my ring hand, grab him from his arm, like on top, like, I can't do it, but from, like, say my hand is on top like this, and then I'm going to pull his right shoulder to make him turn towards me, and then let him kind of like fall into me. And he tried during these exercises on the first day. he was, after the whole hanging on to me by himself thing, he was already getting tired. And he also definitely struggles with power, and he doesn't know this woman, and she's making him do these things. And that's the other thing. I'm not supposed to talk to him. While I'm in the pool, no talking to him, no comforting him, no telling him it's okay, nothing. That's just how how she teaches it, and which makes sense, because if I know how he is, if I try to comfort him and I'm like, it's okay, he'll get louder. And so it's better, it makes sense just not to say anything. And if he falls in the pool and nobody's there, there's nobody there to comfort him and be like, it's okay, you can get out of the pool, or go grab to the side. So he needs to learn how to do it. Again, you have to be pretty tough to be able to do this. And so then we did that exercise, and then the other one was, the third one that we did yesterday, was I had to put him up on the same side of the pool, out of the water, but put him up on it, sitting on, like, with his feet dangling in the water type thing. And then I would hold him by his left and right side of his waist, and then say, Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. And when I say fall, I pull him into me, so that he's like, but I'm like really close to the edge of the pool. So he's like falling basically onto me, barely into the water, but like kind of onto me. Just kind of like popping him off or whatever. And she had me do all 3 of those things 20 times after she left to practice. And that's basically what the first day was. It doesn't sound like a lot, but it's more of him learning that he is, gonna sink if he doesn't hold on, how to hold on to me without me talking to him, and just little things like going from the stairs into the water, from the edge of the pool, how he could fall, what it feels like when he falls into the pool, and then the other is hanging onto the side. So I think it's kind of probably teaching him spatial awareness too, of like the edge, you can hang on to it on this side, which will help you get out of the water, that type of thing. That's kind of like how I'm analyzing it. And then today, and he those 3 exercises, he screamed the whole time. But then what she has is she has a lollipop sitting on the chair outside of the pool. So once he's done, you hold him by his arm, and you take him out of the pool, and you make him sit in the chair, and then you give him the lollipop. I'm like, yeah, right, my kid is not going to sit in this chair even with a lollipop. He's going to run. Nope. They're tired, and they are the reason she said that we do these exercises is so he learns that you're the boss, and what you say goes on around the pool. Like if you want him in the water, then you're the boss, not he doesn't decide when he goes in the water and whatnot. I think that's kind of what she was saying. But then today, she had me do each of those exercises kind of to like refresh it and to make sure I was doing it right. And then the scary part was she came onto the first stair, had him on the first stair, had me in the bottom of the stairs, completely in the water. Now the shallow end in my friend's pool is like on here. I'm only 5'2", 5'2.5", but every little half-inch counts, right? The pool was like up to here on me, so it's kind of hard to like brace yourself because you're so buoyant, and I feel like I needed to wear like scuba diving weights or something, because he could easily push off and push me backwards. So it's like it was a workout for me too. But what she did is she had him. She stood, maybe she was on the second stair, and she basically put him under the water towards me. Again, this is one of those ones, hands behind the back. I had the t-shirt on, and the long sleeve button down, and he would go underwater, and I could see his eyes open, and then he would grab onto me and pull himself up out of the water, and then spit any water out or anything like that. Cry, cough, whatever, and then she would rip him away from me and do it over and over. And she did it probably like 20 times or so, and she's like, but after about 10 times he stopped fighting it as much, and he knew what was going to happen next and kind of went with it. And I kind of challenged him a little bit too, because I didn't want it to be like 6 inches he's away from me. I wanted it to be like a foot and a half, to see if he will swim forward a little under the water. I don't suggest this, but I've put Trey under the water before. I've dunked him under and stuff. But, like, so I know he knows. It's a natural instinct for them to hold their breath when they're taught like this. Like, so, she was basically teaching him. She's dunking him so that he holds his breath and then reaches for something to get out. And he did it. He did really well with it. I can't wait, because each day she makes it more challenging for them. And I hear by the end of the 5 days, he's gonna be swimming from, like, I don't know if it's from the wall or halfway through the pool to me or something. Like, he's gonna be swimming a few feet basically under the water on his own, which is awesome. Like, to get out of the pool, I don't know if it's to the stairs from halfway in the middle of the pool. I don't know. My friend did this with her older son. He's gonna be 3, and she's doing more lessons with him the same week. Like, I'm going to her house, and then her 2 boys are doing it, and he's on the next stage, like the next level, and she's having him go like around his mom from the wall, like, of the pool, and then, like, basically they're doing the whole perimeter of the pool. She's having him swim like in a half circle, and then his mom will move over, and then he swims half circle around his mom, like underwater, or partially underwater, partially out of the water, but he's doing it. So, and he's not even 3 yet. He'll be 3 next month. And so it's pretty cool to see them. I live in Florida, and there's water everywhere. There's lakes, there's the ocean, there's pools. Majority of people have pools. Even my dad and stepmom have a pool, and they don't have a baby gate around it. And my mom has a pool, but she does have a baby gate. But it's scary, because you just don't know how many friends' houses he's going to be invited to when he's older and stuff, that they have pools, and I don't want him to reach for a toy or something in the pool and fall in and not know how to get to the side, or even if it's just get to the edge and call out or cry or something so that we can get him out. You know, anything that will save his life. So I just wanted to make this video to help anyone who is thinking about doing this. I'll be kind of the guinea pig, so I'll let you know how he does in a few more days. But I just want to document basically the first 2 days. This is what we've done so far. And I don't know if I'm going to do a video each day, like tomorrow, Thursday, and Friday, or if I'm going to like wait till the end and then do a recap of the 3 days that I haven't done yet. But we'll see. Either way, it's pretty exciting to see him swim, like, to go under the water and to, like, naturally, like, reaching for me from under the water. And, all right, I guess, if anyone's wondering price-wise, I've seen them for about $100 a week. If you do that 4-week program, about $100 a week or so. So it can cost anywhere from $400 to $500. I'm doing the 5 days and one time type thing, and it's $250. So it's like basically $50 for 10 to 15 minutes a day, which is crazy, super expensive, but I'm hoping that this works and can save his life if, heaven forbid he falls in a pool or something. So, alright, well, if you have any questions, leave them below. Thanks for watching. Sorry this is so long, it's almost 20 minutes, but have a good one. Thanks. Bye.